all of a sudden got quiet, so let's start. Could everyone stand for O Canada, please? To invite Mickey Fleming to the podium to introduce our guests. Thank you, President Alley. Today I would like to introduce to you Tara Sudbury. Tara is here as a guest of Terry Jones and the club. Welcome, Tara. So I'd like to ask everyone to please fill out your ballots right away and fold them in half so that Murray and Bob can come around and collect them. And on the tables, you may want to review the minutes of our last annual general meeting held on April 3rd of 2014. And you may also want to review the audited financials of our Rotary Club as of June 30th, 2014. They will be part of the annual general meeting that'll start after lunch. Terry Jones to the podium to introduce our very special guests.
First of all, I would say the Conservatory, when it started its program of special student program, this club was one of the very first donors to come up and participate. And I'm happy to say that we're able to continue on the tradition, and I'm going to present a check for $1,000 to Tara Sudbury, who is the new Director of Development at the Conservatory.
You have enabled us to grow and to sustain ourselves well. Today we have 4,500 students enrolled, and in fact, the Victoria Conservatory of Music offers the broadest scope of programs of any conservatory in all of Canada.
I'll just introduce you to Eric Lynn. Eric Lynn, you may have had it as his bio distributed. He studied at the conservatory when he was 5 years old with my wife, Ingrid Henderson, who teaches at the conservatory. And his first gig, his first performance is actually here at the club. Just 4 months later, he played for Enchanted Keys for a Summer's Eve, which is an event that my wife and I sponsor every year for the Union Club. And then since then, he has performed on numerous public concerts and private functions. And actually, just recently, just this past weekend, he played on 3 consecutive evenings at the Winsphere Theatre in Sydney. So please welcome Eric Lynn.
start lunch. I think we should have him every week. Anyway, lunch will be served shortly. Please enjoy, and we'll be back to the annual general meeting afterwards. Linnell Davidge is one of our new members, and she is going to introduce another new member.
Creole Carmichael is the owner of Creole Jewelry Design located at 832 Fort Street in Victoria. She created this business in 1991 as a small hobby business just for extra income while she was studying sciences at Wilson College. But her business grew quickly, and today she is one of the most recognized and respected jewelry designers and goldsmiths in North America. Distinct, unique, and inspiring Creole Jewelry Design. Creole Carmichael.
Janet Power, our director of Rotary International. We have a whole bunch of Paul Harris pins to give away, 11 of them. Janet, come on up.
And our president, Ellie Etchell, Paul Harris +3. One of my goals I've set for this club over the next couple of years is for everybody to be a Paul Harris Fellow.
Move on to the president's report. And I didn't actually prepare anything. But what I'd like to say is, two of the items on the minutes from last year, Murray had been working on changing our bylaws, and part of that updating of those bylaws would potentially allow for membership categories. We've been quite busy for the last 6 months, but I'll tell you that that's still on the agenda for the board, and we will continue to try and move that forward before the end of my term. We've done a number of things that were on my list of things to do. I'd really like to thank Gordon Plews, Ken Walton, and the foundation committee. They've done some major work. Gordon for updating the bylaws for the foundation and being part of the advisory board that's made some good decisions for our foundation and getting a lot done. Kim McGowan under Mark Flynn's directorship. Where is Kim? Updating our website. I don't know if anyone's gone on to look, but it looks really good. No, I really like the changes. Ken Lane videotaping these meetings every week. We're moving towards a social media program, and we'll try and get that all off the ground before the end of my term as well. So there's lots of good things going on behind the scenes. Director Janet for Rotary International, we just blew the lights out for the numbers for both polio and annual fund this year as well. So congratulations to Janet. And directors Alex and Ken, they got a ringer in Clark Lawrence. I don't know if Clark is here today to chair the fundraising committee, and that committee is doing a whole bunch of work behind the scenes, and they've come up with a bunch of ideas. So I'm really happy with everything that everyone's doing, and Director George Zeman on membership. We're continuing to build this membership, and I think we're doing a good job. So I'll move to end my president's report.
Janet will become president-elect on the 1st of July 2015, as I mentioned, and Dan, vice president, sitting on the board. Dan will succeed Janet as president-elect on 1 July 2016. Our treasurer will continue Gordon Plews, and our secretary will continue Ernie Erdahl.
All right, let's stand for the Queen and close it down.